BC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi Todd, nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. Frank Bruno, and they will have a power advantage here. Up against them, Supersonic, and they do have a speed advantage here. Frank True Brit Bruno from the United Kingdom. They are the SCI, IBF, and WBC champ. The last time we saw them, they won by knockout, looking to do the same here. And they'll be facing Supersonic from Uzbekistan. They are the WBO title holder. The last time they were in action, they scored that dramatic TKO victory. Let's see how they do in this one.
Weight-wise, it's going to be a teller, because when you get hit with those shots, it's going to hurt and we're going to feel it.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the United Kingdom, the current SCI, IBF, and WBC World Champion, Frank Bruno. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Uzbekistan, wearing the red trunks with green trim, the current WBO champion, Supersonic.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You know, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. The straight right just misses. Brilliant hook there. That counter punch caught him clean. They miss with the jab. This fighter does everything behind the jab. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. The straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Just missed with that hook. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Back and forth they go. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
On to the second round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
No doubt the career is winding down. How many fights do they have left? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. find a home with that jab. This fighter, one of the top 5 in the world, no doubt about it. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch, counter punch. Neither fighter willing to slow down. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A perfect counter shot. They're always looking for that KO. And we could see an upset right here. Can they finish it? They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. Can't land the jab there. Nice counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Nice counter. His stamina is off the charts. Well done with that counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. Missing with the hook. And he misses with that straight left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
On to the fifth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. He threw a punch and just got countered. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Nice counter shot. Think of holding on here for a minute. And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. Just misses with that uppercut. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Here we go in the sixth round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Insane action. There's a counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. That jab doesn't score. Beautiful counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
And there's the bell for round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed. Oh my goodness, Johnny! Are we about to see a first-round knockout? Looks like trouble was averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And we enter the 8th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Counter punching. Swing and a miss for that jab. Good counter punch. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter punch. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. A lot of effort being exerted here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
It's when you talk about championship material.
There's the bell to start round 9. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
And he scores with the counter. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice stop, but that won't score. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Incredible work rate. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
There's the bell for round 10. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Stamina is off the charts. The straight right just misses. He got out of the way of that right hook. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nobody home with that hook. Nice counter shot. That left hook misses. Can't find a home for that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants. This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nice counter shot. Did you see that? What a nightmare scenario. And it's a supersonic boom as down goes supersonic. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down. You've got to think right.
There's the bell for round 12. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. That counter shot lands. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is, has he punched himself out? Good counter punch. And down goes supersonic. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, your winner by knockout and the new undisputed champion, Frank